guys, we're here at the GSL. I think Artosis just belched in the mic. Stop that, Artosis. You didn't know we were about to go live. We are here with the second half of today's games, the GSL Codas. We've already had, I would say for me personally, as a fan of the GSL, that I'm sad to see Nesty.
Well, I just was looking into it, and Huck and ST both have to win one best of 3 to get back in Code S, and if they don't, they go to up and down. So, like, that's actually, like, they're probably both going to be back next season. Don't worry,
they'll be back.
It'll just happen.
Some nerd was wiping his eyes with Kleenex. He's like, really? Really?
Huh.
Wow. So we're going to go into our first game. Was it Happy against Oz? Is that correct?
Yeah, Happy against Oz. Oz is getting really, 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 really good. His ID before was Twilight. He was a StarCraft 1 Protoss Pro. Why can't I think of his actual StarCraft 1 ID right this second? My brain.
Well, it's good he didn't stick with Twilight. Actually, it would have been good if he stuck with it. We could have made Twilight jokes.
Yeah, that's true. We could have done that, couldn't we?
Seeing if he sparkles or not.
Well, we have I'm Happy.
He's like 1,000 years old, but he's also still in high school trying to pick up like a 17-year-old chick. It's like, listen, you need to mature,
You're
1,000 years old. It's time to stop dating 17-year-olds.
Are you excited about the new Twilight movie?
I didn't even know there was a Twilight movie coming out.
Oh, of course there is. What are you talking about? It's the one where I think it's the last one, actually. It's like New Dawn or something like that. I can't wait to go see that.
I can't wait. Let's go. I'll actually go.
Have
Let's
a little
go
date.
Yeah, man.
You sit there and like giggle and stuff.
I just like try to hold your hands throughout the entire movie, but I'm a coward and I don't have the guts. Or I do that thing where I put my hand on my arm over the movie chair seat above your back, and I kind of like slowly, like, but surely, like, put my move on you.
You know what you got to do is get your makeup done at GOM and your hair done, so it's all like you look perfect, and then you put a little bit of glitter on your face, and you go to that movie, and as you're coming out, you're going to pick up all the girls. Man.
All right, so all right. I'm ready. I'm ready, guys.
All right, so I'm Happy. He's the second best Terran, probably from IM.
Apparently he's sleepy, so he's yawning, which means about 50% of our viewers will yawn in the next 2 minutes.
He's sleepy. No, he's happy. He's
not
sorry. 2 of the dwarves. Well, this is Oz, formerly of Foyu, then of FXO, and now they're one and the same. A very good Protoss who has been kicking some serious ass lately. His PVT is pretty sensational.
Yeah. So are his Sideburns.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
He's
one of the first players to start really using high Templar timings, early ones, in warp prisms to avoid them getting EMP'd and whatnot. So it's always a pleasure to watch Oz play for me. I like it. I try to watch every single Oz game. Happy, on the other hand, a Terran, one of my favorites, because still one of the Terrans that does go mech a good amount of time in TVT.
I like his play. Unfortunately, with Happy, I haven't been able to see as many of his games.
Yeah, well, whenever we see him, it seems like it's TVT or TVC.
Yeah.
His TVP, I'm trying to think of TVPs that I've seen him in, and none are actually coming to mind right now. I can't think of one specifically that I've seen him in. I must have, but
The map is Daybreak, so it should be a long, good game. It's a big map. It's about as far away from you can get from your opponent on a map.
Yeah, it's a huge map, and you know that's something that Protosses feel much more comfortable with against Terran. The further away you are, the less effective just running across the map with Marine Marauder is going to be. They're going to have more time to prepare for it. It really helps out for Protoss. So it makes we see a lot better games on the bigger maps for TVP, IMO.
I totally agree. It would be more dramatic. Occasionally we have some cheese from the Protoss to the Terran, but generally,
Well, that'll happen on any map as well.
Yeah, well, you have to have some cheese in your toolkit.
It tastes delicious.
It does, especially with wine, red wine. All right, it's time. Happy against Oz, Terran against Protoss. Head-to-head here in the GSL Codas in Seoul, Korea. Casted by Tasteless and Artosis. Tasteless is the casting Archon. Esports in Korea, the Mecca. Seoul.
Wow.
The day, Tuesday.
The day after.
The color red.
Wednesday.
Over here in the upper right, he's not depressed. In fact, he's actually kind of.
I am happy.
He's kind of, I am happy. Meanwhile, in the bottom left, our Protoss player Some dare say he is the Wizard of... I am so lame. So, this is going to be an interesting story. Of course, the story of the Wizard of Oz. In this case, it's actually the Tin Man who needs to get... Oh my god, look at that!
Yeah, that's the adjutant.
That's that.
And that's a Protoss
robot
wizard.
chick. So in this case, you know, the Tin Man needed to get his macro up. The lion needed to stop cheesing so much. And what was that left? The Scarecrow. The Scarecrow
had to put some pressure on.
He raged quit too much.
Oh.
And of course, they were all trying to hit on Dorothy because she was the only girl.
Which one are you? Which Wizard of Oz nerd are you?
Which Wizard of Oz nerd am I? Am I the Tin Man? What am I?
Well, I was just wondering.
No, I'm the Cowardly Lion. I just realized.
You think you're the Cowardly Lion? I think that you're more of a flying monkey nerd.
I'm the sickest flying monkey nerd.
Yeah, man.
You ever see that in the movie? She's like,
I'm actually
fly, monkeys, fly.
I'm the Wicked Wist of the East nerd. Someone dropped a house on me in the beginning of the movie, man. I'm not even there. My shoes all curl up.
And Wolf is Toto.
Toto? All right, so we have a funny placed barracks.
Oh, he's actually doing 2 more. Cheese. 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 All right, so he is going to try to end this right away, and that's because this is such a big map. The odds of Oz doing a quick expand are pretty high.
Yeah, in fact, Nexus first here is common.
Yeah.
But as is with the build Oz has done so far, if he gets an inkling of what's going on, he will crush it. It's if you're actually playing a normal game, but actually it looks like he's going to go for a creator build, like a 2 Stalkers and a Zealot, put a little pressure on, and go ahead and make a Nexus. Truly looks like that build to me right now from Oz. And if he does that build, then he might be in a lot of trouble. He might be. But if you do like a maybe just a standard 2 gas build, and you figure out this is happening, you will actually kill it so hard.
Well, the problem right now for our Red Terran is that this is not something that you just transition out of. It's not like, oh, okay, I guess it didn't work. I mean, take gas.
He's got to do damage, and you will. And in fact, that Zealot's going to go down. And Oz
that's pretty bad. That's actually pretty serious.
Oh, no, it won't quite. It does take a lot of damage though. But anyways, there's plenty of Marines here. He's going to defend very easily. Now, Oz has made a Nexus back at home. He only has 1 gate, so Happy just took out that Zealot.
Do you pull your SCVs with this build?
Well, he can. That's the thing. That's what could make it just so powerful. It looks like... I don't know if he wants to, though. Yeah, he's just going to play normal from here.
Wow, all right.
I actually don't like what I'm seeing.
I don't either.
His SCV actually just scouted a Nexus, and now it's scouting 1 gateway. If he doesn't send his SCVs, a few of them, with his Marines and just go, I'm going to be disappointed. And I'm not normally disappointed in people who don't send their SCVs. I'm normally like, all right, look at you, trying to play a real game. But he needs to. He needs to go pressure. He needs to get a Nexus cancel or a Nexus kill. Because he can. He did the build that will do it.
I don't understand. This is just like not a normal build.
This is some great micro by Oz, by the way.
Yeah,
great
really nice.
Micro.
Not even losing any hit points there, just the shields.
Yeah. Absolutely spectacular in that micro. And he is rallying in his 3 Barracks Marines still, but I mean, this is kind of weird, man. Well, you know, the timing may in fact pass. Everything's been damaged pretty badly. Hasn't really sent much with it. He'll do some damage, but oh, beautiful micro by Oz.
Yeah, it slipped right through there.
Jeez Louise.
Bunker, and I see this is why he should have brought his SCVs. He would have just won right now.
Yeah, he would have. I mean, Oz would have had to at least go up his ramp if he had, like, all in on this.
All right, disappointing rush here from Happy.
Yeah, it does basically.
He might be I am happy, but I am disappointed.
Yeah, it's, oh well. You know, he really ended up not doing any significant damage. Oz is going to feel very confident, comfortable right now. He's getting his robo. He's got 3 gates. Everything looks very good for Oz. Now he just gets to decide what he wants to do. Do you want to do Colossus tech or Twilight tech? Up to you, Oz. You choose. I'm not choosing for you.
Let's see here. He's backed up. He's got 2 bunkers over here. Oz, I think, actually could expand again if he wanted to. I don't know if that's the best move, but I kind of am curious to see how that would pan out if he did.
Well, you know, Happy right now. He's got double upgrades going. He's just kind of making units. We'll see. He should make a factory anytime now. But as is, it looks like, is Oz actually going to go pressure some? He's making a proxy pile. He's walking up with some units, but there's 2 bunkers.
Well, he's making an Immortal, so, you know, if he gets that Immortal over there, the Immortal kills the bunker pretty quick.
Indeed it does. It's such a long walk, though.
Yeah, and the Immortal has to do that funky crab walk it always does.
Looks like he does want to try to bust, though. He's continuing to warp in units up there.
A little bit of an unusual move here, but it could be good.
Ghost Academy is on the way for Happy.
And actually getting a Ghost Academy right now could be bad if the bust comes. You know.
that's certainly not a unit that's going to be very useful in this situation without an EMP ready before it hits, which of course will never ever happen.
And I see he sees the Stalker out there. He needs to be careful. He should not be moving his army like this.
I'm actually surprised he doesn't have some SCVs. This type of move oftentimes will get the Terran to bring some SCVs over. And oh my god, he's actually...
All right, I don't know if it was worth it for that one Marauder. 3 force fields for a Marauder.
Well, combat shields are about to finish.
I guess he's just waiting for this one Immortal. I don't know, man. This is like weird. It would make sense to do this if you were closer together, but let's see.
Yeah,
maybe
this
it'll work.
is not the best map for a build like this. That's for sure. Well, he's got some good Zealots. And here we go.
It's happening.
Good force fields. He's got to target that Immortal down very well. He's going to target on Marauders and or bunkers up to him. And he's doing a good
Looks
job
like this
so
is gonna
far.
work, actually.
Yeah, the Immortal just dealing insane amounts of damage so quickly. No
Okay, he's going for the Immortal now. He needs to back up the Immortal. He just needs to back up that Immortal. He
doesn't even.
Actually, the Immortal just like will not die. So,
well, it's Immortal, and it looks like he is not actually even. Will he hold? Actually, he has a stuck Immortal. That's actually pretty bad. Happy cannot be happy with that.
Where does he have an Immortal stuck?
I mean, not an Immortal.
Oh, Marauder, okay.
And, well, it looks like he will send our Protoss packing for a little bit, but a lot of damage was dealt there. 25 SCVs to 53 probes. That, I don't care if you have mules, man. Make as many mule jokes as you want. Protoss feels completely superior right here. Excuse me. He's adding 4 gates. Getting Blink, getting that armor upgrade, which is so important.
Do you think he'll dare attack again into that?
The Protoss?
Yeah.
No, if he attacks again, I'm just going to be so disappointed. He's adding a ton of gates, though. Well, he's actually adding 6, so when those finish, I mean, if Terran hasn't remade his bunkers, then yeah, he might be able to get something done. Stim is going to be done and +1, though. I feel like with him taking the 3rd base right now, after killing that many SCVs, you fall back into a defensive posture. Get your 3rd base up, get your tech done.
You know what I noticed, actually, is over there in the upper right, where that tech lab was trapping his Marauder, he should have just changed the rally point. He didn't need to actually relocate that.
Yeah.
He's playing like a StarCraft 1. You know, where you actually like put a building in the wrong way, and then every time anything pops out, you die.
Just played like StarCraft 1 there, too. He had the observer over the turret. Sorry, buddy. There's Marines around.
Do you remember that? I remember like playing in a tournament where somebody didn't know about the turret thing?
Yeah, it was WCG 2007 or 8, and it was Stork.
That's right.
You called him on it. You're like, this is game loss. And
that's right.
The referees were cowardly and didn't give Stork game losses because everyone revered the Koreans so hardcore.
I was like, that's illegal.
Yeah, that was actually a wrong call by the referees.
All right, so he's just taking a peek over here. I don't think he's going to attack into him now, but you never know. I mean, all Oz really has to do is just sit on 3 bases. What?
Well,
what?
I mean, he has blank, but still.
Ninja vanish.
All right, so Oz is just actually sitting here with the sick contain. Happy is not going to have a good time getting out of there.
I think Happy might be dead.
Happy's so far behind, man. He's behind by 40 supply right now. 40.
I like the way
Charge is
Oz
gonna
played
finish.
this, actually.
Yeah, Oz is going to have 1-1 with +2 armor on the way. It's charge, blink, plenty of sentries. I mean, he's just so far ahead. Yeah, he's done a good job. You know,
uh-oh. He's about to get sandwiched. All right, that was the worst possible force field that you could
those
ever have.
force fields were the most nonsensical thing ever when you're actually flanking with stalkers. Sense was not given that day, Tasteless.
Sense of have no, make no of becoming.
That's what just happened, actually.
That's actually what just happened.
You just described it in perfect English.
All right, and now the stalkers are not with the army. I guess it might not matter.
Might not. A bunch of SCVs coming up, and he's going to lose a lot no matter what here. And that's kind of funny. Oz just targeted down the neutral supply depot for a moment.
All right, well, I think that should be GG here.
Pretty much. I mean, he may make him barely run if he doesn't warp in any more units, but he is plenty of units being warped in.
And GG.
Oz with some great play. Happy's build didn't make a lot of sense. It almost seemed like a blind counter to Nexus first, and then he still scouted like a very low unit.
If I was in that situation, I would have still just done the all-in.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
what do you, I mean,
I would have
really transition out of it.
It's not even exactly an all-in. I mean, if you kill the Nexus, send like 10 SCVs, 10-ish with your Marines, right? And you go down there, you hit as hard as you possibly can, kill the Nexus, and go home. I mean, I think he would have been able to kill it.
Run up the timing's all got pylons.
Timing's all got messed up and stuff. The pressure, I think, threw him off. And it's a long map, so I don't know why he opened with 3 barracks anyways. Just kind of everything about that game was a little bit weird from Happy. Oz, though, I liked Oz's play the entire time. Oz.
I don't know about the Immortal bust that he was doing on that map. Immortals are slow. They're a little clunky, so...
Yeah, they take a while to walk up there. But, you know, the funny thing about the Immortal, people are starting to figure out more and more. I've actually been doing it a lot myself on the ladder, is just pressuring with Immortals can be insane. You actually kill Marauders so quickly. Before Medivacs are out, Immortals beat everything, man.
Yeah.
They're
great against Marines, too. I mean,
yeah, they kill Marines. They have bigger range. So, like, if you're using force fields, Marines aren't doing anything, man. The Marauder, they just die so quickly. It gets targeted down the bunker as well. Immortals early game, so good for pressure from Protoss. And they're good for defense, too. They're just a sick unit early.
Yeah, you know, it's one of the funnier units in the game because everybody knows that they're good, but, you know, there's a lot of debate, like, well, when do I want to get one exactly? You know, it's not like the Colossus, which it's pretty clear when you do and do not want a Colossus. Mm-hmm. But look, what he did on a map that's smaller, that would be really good against a Terran. That might just kill a Terran.
Sure.
Immortal pressure.
Sure, yeah. Immortal pressure builds absolutely can. If they make one mistake, man, you're going to bust them. So, yeah. Next matchup going to be Killer against Alive. 2 TSL members going at it.
Killer, a very good Protoss. Alive, as we know, one of the best players in practice, but he does not have as much success on the stage, I guess you could say. So this will be interesting. Of course, he's probably more comfortable playing a teammate. Probably beats his teammates all the time if he's good in practice.
Sure, yeah, though. These two are very comfortable with playing each other. These two play all the time, all the time. It's going to be a Tal'Darim Altar. Great map for TVP. We've had some of our best TVPs on this map. Big macro map a lot of the time.
Usually can make for a long game. Medevac's so important. You know, for dropping everywhere, the Protoss has to have Templars placed everywhere to feedback the Medevacs, all sorts of stuff. So
Killer's good at that, though. He's very good at placing.
I loved the way that he was so patient in the last PVTs we casted.
The bell. Oh, those ones. Okay.
Yeah, he just like waited forever and let the Terran wear himself out.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of how you have to PVT. If they're going Marine Marauder, with obviously Ghost Viking Medevac mixed in there, you kind of have to have both Psystorm and Colossus. You have to get super, super cost efficient because they'll just kill off other armies. Like if you have a Colossus-based army, no, man, sorry. Vikings going to kill that while they kite, and then you're kind of dead. You need that Psystorm as well. If it's just Psystorm, I feel like just Psystorm works better than just Colossus, but it's unbelievably hard to do, and it's not as good as both.
Well, the thing about when you have Psystorm is that you have to reposition your army every time you move. Mm-hmm. They can't have the Templars all together.
And the Psystorm really punishes Vikings. Vikings trying to target down Colossi really punishes them.
That.
Yeah, because they have to clump up a bit to actually hit the Colossi. So you storm them all to hell, and what are you going to do? Spread your Vikings so they're attacking every Colossi at once, then it takes forever to kill the Colossi, you deal a lot of damage. It's a hard decision. So
it is.
Yeah, the Killer is like sickly good at this matchup right now. But this map going to be, you know, Tal'Darim, you can get that third base as a Protoss pretty easily and defend it. But once you get beyond that, it gets a little bit harder.
Any chance we're going to see all-ins, we tend to see that a lot more with teammates.
Definitely.
Because they play together all the time.
Definitely that chance. So. You know, they both are going to know each other's styles inside out. They might know an all-in that will snipe the opponent's favorite build on the map or something like that.
Yeah.
And, of course, Alive is a player that has a great range. He will play macro games, but he likes 2 base. He likes 1 base. He will do either of those, absolutely.
And as you guys can see on the shoulder patch, what is that, Artosis?
TheHandsomeNerd.com.
That's right. We're sponsoring the TSL.
If you guys want to buy some TSL hoodies and T-shirts, go ahead and check it out on TheHandsomeNerd.com.
If you buy that, that does go to support.
And a lot of people have been asking me about what jersey is going to be on the site. We're actually working with TSL to make a new jersey for them.
Yeah.
And it won't be that jacket you see right there. They're going to be wearing new stuff relatively soon.
Yeah, so sit tight. So if you want to support esports,
maybe a month or so,
in an honest way, like one that you know, like we'll just go directly to the players. This is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And look at that, his teammate alive.
Buddy, see her?
Alive. All right,
Live, a very good player. Hasn't had the success that everyone thought he would have because of how good he is in practice. He's one of these players that's unbelievable in practice, but isn't. I mean, he's obviously staying in Code S, so that's pretty sick. But we're gonna have to see if he can make a top 8. You can see he's actually a little bit nervous right now. He seems a little bit nervous, doesn't he? Like he's having a good time.
Giggling.
He does, but look, he keeps on biting his nail. That's like a sign of nervousness.
Is it? Do you ever bite your nails?
As a kid, I did.
I never bit my nails. So I have these long, scratchy fingernails.
Well, I have nail clippers for that, so I don't have those. But
I don't.
Yeah. You're like Sabretooth. Tal'Darim Altar. Teammate versus.
There's a really, I thought altars would generally be smaller.
Well, the altar is in the center. That's the altar.
Is that actually the altar?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we really named the map after the altar in the center. It's like Tal'Darim Podium. It's like in the middle of the map. Watch out, the podium's there. Who will give the speech at the altar? The loser gets sacrificed at Tal'Darim altar. They carve his heart out.
Maybe you should alter your jokes a bit, Tasteless.
All right. Head-to-head, 2 teammates, Killer and Alive. Protoss and Terran. Only one will move on. Who will it be? We're going to find out soon here at the GSL Code S.